The next spinal flossing exercise is called spinal floss number 3. And this spinal flossing exercise is meant specifically for the neck area. Now, this exercise is super critical because it's going to stimulate many nerves that have a downstreaming effect. You have many important nerves that come off through here that control everything else within your body. You have the vagus nerve, you have cranial nerves up on top of the base of the skull right here. And when you stimulate this, it creates more of a parasympathetic or rest and digest response. When you're doing these exercises, you're doing them in order to create more lubrication within the neck joint and to make sure that we build up the musculature and the proper movement patterns within the neck itself, which is a critical area that many people nowadays are lacking in, specifically with the digital age, with looking down at our phones, being on a computer. This is very important for you to make sure that you have health in general, because this area controls a lot of your expression of health as well. For the set of exercises for spinal flossing number 3, they're going to focus on the neck area. We're going to go ahead and go from the upper cervical spine and downwards towards the mid and lower cervical spine. These exercises are meant specifically to help strengthen and increase mobility within your neck area, and to also keep the adjustments which we've been giving you at this moment. For the first exercise, we're going to focus on the upper cervical spine. For this area, the upper cervical spine connects the brain and the cranium down to that first bone of the neck. And this type of bone has more of like a scooping motion, just like that, in this manner of motion. In order to help lubricate that joint, we're going to go ahead and do a scooping motion. And what that looks like is a chicken head movement. So we're going to go ahead and just stick our chin outwards just like this. From the side view, this is what it looks like. And now we're going to go ahead and focus on one side and then the other side. So go ahead and slightly tilt your head over to that left side, stick your chin out and do that funny chicken movement. Go ahead and go out to the other side, do the same thing. And as you do that, just notice the restriction or the tension that you carry on one side compared to the other side, and just work through that as you do these exercises. Now we're going to go ahead and focus more on the rest of the neck. For the rest of the neck, we're going to do big motions. We're going to start off with lateral flexion of the neck, flexing our ear and our neck over to one side and then the other side. And just really close your eyes, and as you move your neck from one side of the shoulder to the other side of the shoulder, just really focus on moving through those restrictions that you feel. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on the diagonal motions of the spine and the neck. And what that's going to be is go ahead and turn your head at a 45-degree angle. And we're simply going to move our head up and down, up and down, up and down. And you work on one side for about 30 seconds as well. Once the 30 seconds are up, we're going to go ahead and go towards the other side. 45-degree angle and looking up and down, up and down. Again, if you feel restriction more on one side than the other side, continue to move in that motion until you feel that restriction begin to disperse a little bit more. The next exercise is going to focus on the front plane of motion of our neck. The first motion is going to be a jutted out chin. So you're going to stick your chin out. You're going to go ahead and look up into the sky. And then you're going to go ahead and bring your chin back in. So you're going to squeeze the muscles of your neck right here. And you're going to bring your chin back in like this. So you're going to jut your chin out, look up, and squeeze the back and bring your chin in. From the side view, this is what it looks like. Out, up, and in. And then go back to neutral. Out, up, and in. Then bring your chin back to neutral. You can do 10 sets of these, or again, go back to doing 30 seconds of this. And that's going to not only help move your neck in the proper motion when looking in this plane of motion, but it's also going to help create a little bit more curvature and strengthen those back neck muscles as well. For the next motion, we're going to go ahead and strengthen the deep cervical flexors, which help to maintain your head over your shoulders. These neck muscles usually get weak when we're leaning our head too much forward from looking at a computer, from looking at our phone, or driving. these neck muscles tend to get ignored, and that's what causes anterior head carriage, or bring your head forward like that, above or in front of our shoulders. So we're going to go ahead and work through those. For this exercise, you're going to go ahead and bring your chin in to create kind of like a double chin right here. Bring your chin in, and then you're going to go ahead and look down as much as possible. And then go back up, and then put your head back to neutral. Bring your chin in, down, up, neutral. In, down, up, neutral. These are the spinal flossing number 3 exercises meant to create more stability and flexibility within your cervical spine.